Greg, what are your thoughts on a couple put spreads now or wait till Monday? Do you have a feeling of magnitude of weekend risk?
I mean, if it's under yesterday's low,
No, 38. We had to go a little tighter. So under this 15-minute base. Oh, Greg, you did go live.
yeah, so
You
I
didn't tell
chatted
me.
them and I asked, and because the account, I have the account, you'd have to log in under the master trader account. But if you're showing your screen, I can go live. Unless you would have to log in, but this works. I didn't know it could do this way. I think in the past you used to be able to, but they said no.
Oh, all right. Well, yeah, you didn't tell me. So you gotta.
Well, they just told me, so.
All right. So introduce yourself. So YouTube, Greg and Dan here in our live trading room, our green room. We tried to keep get you in earlier here, but we're doing some scanning here to try to find some setups for next week. And because of the nature of the broader markets, with the top chart here is a daily chart, bottom is the weekly. So we're looking at TC 2000, looking for bullish 1, 2, 3 continuations as being a favorite pattern because that's a bullish wide range bar with an inside bar that stays in the upper third. So we already reviewed all 79 of these, but what I'm going to do for you, since we're getting a late start, I'm going to show you the ones that are on our list. So again, upper screen is the daily Chewy, CHWY. And when you went live, that's what we were doing in the green room, going through the math and our checklist. So we could sell the $38 put, buy the $34 put, midpoint is 40 cents. And that's when I was just asking Greg about, what's your temperament on weekend risk? But we have a nice big a huge watch list of put spreads for next week over today's high. So Chewy is one, MSTR. So again, look at the upper screen here. You're going to see wide range bars and bullish inside bars. Thane, what are you talking about? You're muted. Chug. Now this one looks like a directional also, which means we might buy stock or options. Nice bottoming pattern on the weekly, multi-month consolidation. Janet, was there any juice on Chug for put spread? Yesterday's low? That looks great. RCM, directional and put spread. That's another one. Yeah, but if it's a directional, the way I'm saying it, I don't mind going further out in time. So like RCM, I don't mind going further out. Just you got to tell me the juice. Chug, I don't mind going further out. That's a good pattern. So I'll look. Chug. 21 days. All right, the problem here is we don't have good strikes. Yeah, no, that's the problem. The $25 strikes are only 20 cents. And then the next higher is 30. So that's the problem with Chug. So now let me check RCM. 25s, 35 by 50. So that's not enough for me for 3 weeks.
That's a directional.
I know, that's what I'm saying. I'm labeling them directional and or put spread or both. So yes, RCM's a directional, Chug's a directional. I know, I've been saying that.
Yeah, and I can save you some time.
DRQ
You
is a
see that tab down there that says bull and bear today?
Yeah.
All right, so click it. All right, so in that thing that says flagged and favorites, if you clear it all, If you were to clear them all, and then as you're doing your scans, if you hit the flag, say your flag is directionals, it'll put them in there. And your spreads, if you hit the star, it'll put it in the other one.
That's fine. I guess
Back to this page.
yeah, I'm typing them in my trade station, and over the weekend I go through them with a clean set of eyes and everything.
I see you like to do it the hard way.
Yeah, so DRQ is a directional. Let me go back because I don't need intraday charts. So look, DRQ, directional. EXEL, directional, and put spread. So if you hear me saying directional, folks, help me out and go through the credit spread checklist, and we'll put some of these on in the next 14 minutes. Sting, directional. Clean. Yeah, it's the weekly looks like it could be bottoming. RTLR. Not bad over the high, because then it'll be a small little topping tail ignored. Tan. Greg, I like this for our ETF letter.
Give it right now.
Really?
Why not?
You got it.
I like Myrna
It's
on Monday.
It's on the list. Yep. Yep. I got a big list for Monday.
Don't give him brain damage with too many picks.
All right, 10, buy here, stop. Week's low, W, bottom, weekly. There you go, Deb. Of course, thing, yesterday's low. What do you think? It's for our ETF letter. So we're trading, ETF letter where we're trading off the weekly kind of, and then just using the daily for our entry. Z Zulu is a directional and put spread. This thing has to have juice. Did anybody look? The Z Zulu. 53. You could do the 53. $53.49 is 31 cents. I'd rather directional on Monday. There's a directional buy setup. Oh, Z. Oh, no, same one. Zulu. Never mind. APPN directional. Looks great. PCOR put spread, not a directional. There's no price void. GoDaddy put spread. It usually has juice. Did anybody look? Janet, yes. That's what I just gave to the ETF trader. All right, GoDaddy doesn't have weeklies. So the question is it a compelling enough pattern for 3 weeks? I think so, but I don't want to enter this one early with the weekend risk. So GoDaddy, Monday, I'm going to give a 3-weeker put spread. Power directional and put spread 21 days. Let's see if there's any juice for us. The 95s are only 45 by 75, so they're spreading. Net put spread NET. Look at the retest on the weekly. That's a sloppy W bottom, but it's a retest. So let's see if there's any juice at the 90s. Net. Here's where I look at the table and I'm like, let there be juice. 90, 90, 90, 37 by 64, two spreading. Blink came from Janet, not bad. Blink and F cell from Janet. Hubs. Hubs directional. Did we talk about that one yet? Hubs, now see, Hubs is a pattern I wouldn't mind going 3 weeks if I had to. Oh, we did look and it was too spready. We did look. Because I remember it's $470 strike. Look at it, look at the hourly. I know I'm not showing it, but on my other computer, it's a bull flag on the hourly. Looks fantastic. So that's a directional for Monday. Hubs. Looks great. Crowd, it's at resistance, so foot spread only. Now, you all know that gap risk can go both ways. If they decide to play nice, we could, you know, get a gap up. But that's an individual determination of whether you want the weekend risk or not. Crowd. What are the odds? Well, Janet, based on the close, are you kidding me? Based on the close, we got an end of day base. Okay, but in this case of the market reaction, playing nice could just mean he's not acting worse than the market expects, right? Don't, you know, if you and I are talking about war risk over the weekend, don't you think every other logical trader is thinking the same thing? But the markets ain't falling. They're end of the day bullish 15-minute basis here. And we're rallying here in the last 7 minutes. So that's telling me that the big money is not afraid to hold. So that's so based on the charts, you know, I know it's a coin flip, but I think we could very well gap up. Like I said, unless he does something stupid and pisses off the world. All right, crowd. Let's see how low we can go. All right, the 1/6. There we go, the 160s, 150, they're a little spready, 50 cents. Feigned, I'm not communicating properly. How many directional symbols have I given you in the last hour? The weekend risk is your decision, but I'm finding overwhelmingly more bullish patterns than bearish. But the weekend risk is up to you. We did just give TAN to our ETF traders. Stop yesterday's low. If you want to buy calls on the, you know, whatever stock or broader market playing the gap up, I got no problem with that at all.
Come on, Dan, give us a guaranteed winner. No risk.
I have it for you. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Cash. Stay in cash.
Inflation will reduce that, so it's a loser.
Yeah, that's true. Well, hopefully 3 days of inflation at 9% a year is not going to be that much.
The places where you shop, no.
All right, we could do the 162.50 right here. Where's that? Yeah, I'd rather wait till Monday. 162.50. I mean, it should work, but oh, wait. All right, so I'm still just going through. Square looks fantastic. That looks like a nice short-term bottom. I think that, Greg, that can easily go 20 bucks, easy. AMD you mentioned, 5 as a 1, 2, 3, but in a downtrend, but it still looks good. Upstart, Facebook, PayPal, GME, Myrna. There's so many, coin. Well, that's in the downtrend, so that one's put spread only.
Hey,
Well,
look at this. You know what? Now is a good time to scan the red one.
I
But
did.
This one here in the middle, the red one. Anyway, look at XYL. Look at that bottoming tail on the weekly, a climactic with a bottoming tail that broke the low. I know the weekly, the daily, whatever, could be a shakeout and go sideways and all that, but
I see it. I like it.
good setup for a bottom.
I like it. EXEL, Steve and I agree. It's a 1, 2, 3 at the top of the range. It's a bio, but it looks fantastic. Agree. I haven't shown you all one single short that I liked. These are all longs, and the market's closing with an end of day base. So, but for a bearish Monday morning, I got a bullish bias. As it is, you know, war, no war. I got a bullish bias. What can I say? EXEL, the puts are ridiculously spreading. So forget that. But I like EXEL for directional, sure. UNG. Debbie, you know my answer to that. I'm not a hedger. I'm a pattern trader. And you know, there's absolutely no pattern there on the daily chart or weekly. So if you're more just not want to look at the chart and buy a call option as a lottery ticket, then that's fine. I don't care. But I need a pattern. No pattern, no trade. HYFM. Yeah. Yeah, I like it, Janet. I like the gap reversal. It doesn't have a big price void, but you could start off with a put spread. Oh, Janet, earnings 3-1 though. Look at that. So that's gonna be one little problem. Yeah, no, we're done. We're done. But we got a monster. HYFM. HY. All right, they don't have weeklies. Hey, you know what, Janet? If you don't mind owning this thing, you could sell the 17.5 puts and over earnings, of course, for 70 or 75 cents a share for March. That is massive premium. I mean, it's in a, you know, it's basing here on the weekly at their all-time lows in a downtrend. So that's not very good. Look, the last 30, the 60 seconds to 5 minutes, whatever, closing at the high from an end of day base. But say that it doesn't surprise me. When you get massive turns, you know, that's why you all heard me getting bullish yesterday at a 30-minute high. I was getting bullish. And then that afternoon rally was a wow. A big wow. See you, Janet. I even no kidding, Rich. Well, Rich, it actually had a higher confidence on the afternoon breakout, because then it went sideways for a while. Let me show you here on 4 time frames. 15-minute. Oh, here, let me go back to my charts because we're done scanning. Look, so 30-minute high here, Rich. You know, I know you say woulda, coulda, shoulda, but the target was the gap fill, and then look at the next 15-minute bar. You would have been nervous as can be, because look at this tail. See that? We were watching this sell setup fail. I remember it. But now look here, it's going sideways for 2+ hours. And then you had a bear sandwich breakout after consolidating at the gap fill. So this was your entry for directional. Now I was pounding the table on put spreads.